Welcome back once again to another SMITE Global Series tournament. Southeast Asia is on the cards today on Thursday. F-Dot is going to be joining me for this one today. And I've got to say, that graphic, it looks exactly like Guan Yu. Not relevant whatsoever, Thorbian.
Hey man, I'm upset that there wasn't the sound effects. I wanted to hear the old bongo.
Go on, do it again. You did it
again?
Yeah, just do that noise.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, we get to see two of Southeast Asia's best teams. It's going to be MASHUBOIS up against, I'm going to make sure I get the name right, GETONMYLEVEL in the finals. GETONMYLEVEL beat Weeb Power.
Thankfully.
That's a shame. And the substitutes, obviously, they're still substitutes.
Fun stuff here. SEA covers a whole bunch of regions. So we've got Singapore versus China, if I'm not mistaken. Essentially, MASHUBOIS are going to be really all-encompassing from Singapore. So really excited to see these local teams come back.
Exactly,
fight.
And these teams as well. Like we've got a couple of players that have been around the scene a little bit more often. You recognize Maker or Maker White in this that we're playing for. GETONMYLEVEL, and MASHUBOIS also have a player that's been around as well. Played for Entity at Worlds, I believe it's Minishima?
Yeah, we've seen him here and there. In general, I'm definitely zooming out for these games. We've seen these players once or twice before, but really, new season, new meta, new players, essentially. That's what I want to see. I'm going to zoom out, and I want to really take a look at how SEA are playing this map, if it's any different from what we've seen across, because this is our third day of the SGS.
Exactly.
So we've seen a couple of different regions, and really I just want to see the big picture here for these teams.
Well, Bad's coming through, got RTO, Giannis, Hebo, and all. Nothing too surprising there, but it has left Nemesis available. They're not going to go for it, though. Tough, solid mid laner.
Thoth has been fantastic since the beginning of Season 5. Basically, a lot of the mages took a step back and started being mid-game dominant, and those late-game powerhouses haven't been as relevant. Thoth seems to be the exception to the rule, still just as nasty, most notably when sieging.
And also Agni, something that's rose back into power once again. Mainly because mid laners have been left on their own at the start of the game, so he's had a little bit of a chance to farm.
It's also sort of what I was talking about, that new repurposing of the mage to that mid-game role. Agni does a fantastic job of it. And yesteryear, when we used to see mages come out, if you're not blowing people up, you're not doing your job. Agni, who doesn't have that raw burst, doesn't need to. Now he can control and play his job the way he was made to.
Well, Daji been locked in now for GETONMYLEVEL. Daji, obviously, Geb alongside it, he also takes away that shield protection from Daji's ultimate with the power level. But Daji, how do you feel about her at the moment?
Daji's incredible. Daji came out and was a clunky character. She got a couple of changes and was still largely ignored, but Daji, not only does she have that chase down potential that a lot of the characters like Nemesis have, but that ultimate that you just mentioned really keeps people on their toes. You can't just beat it like you do with Ares. You got to be a little bit more careful. Daji's been really powerful here.
And you mentioned chase down potential. Well, Ash, who have actually picked up Susano here. Something that was great last season, this season, he's kind of to be confirmed, I guess. I mean, his mobility's still there, but some of the other assassins have kind of taken over.
The mobility is really the nail on the head. Now, there's no bans for the global assassins, so that's still on the that was still on the table when they selected the Susano. But when Season 5 came out, everybody was focused on the characters that were way too strong. Nemesis, etc. Susano was strong. There was just better choices then.
Sure.
Now that things have leveled out, you can totally pick Susano and run around the map the way he was made to be.
So Mashu Esports going to look to ban away Hunters mainly. Ul was already taken off. That was kind of standing because it can be multi-rolled.
Yeah.
But Anher and Hachiman, two gods that in lane, you know, they provide the similar things. Obviously, Anher's got great jungle control, and Hachiman super safe.
Yeah, Anher just wants to fight all the time. So GETONMYLEVEL might be a little bit more aggressive. The Mashi guys just don't want to deal with that. Medusa is a character that I really, really like here. Not as prevalent as we've seen, like the Freya who's everywhere, but with Transcendence being as strong as it is, these ability hunters are really nice. And dealing with Freya, that should be an interesting matchup.
Well, it's going to be Freya in the dual lane, something we've not seen for a little while, especially Freya did take a couple of hits in terms of damage output recently. They're still going to be looking to draft that for themselves up against the Medusa-Athena combo, something that when Medusa was released, everyone was like, yo, Athena, Medusa, it's going to crush.
I mean, that's the classic, right? Medusa says, don't look at me, and Athena says, look at me. So you're kind of screwed either way. So I like that composition. More importantly, global ultimate from Athena. She's going to be everywhere. Got to watch out for that Guardian.
Well, who are you feeling on paper then? Look at those two compositions. Anyone screaming at you as being the one that probably should walk away with this just based off picks.
You know, I can't really tell. I think Get On My Level is kind of the default that you look at. They've got the Thoth, they've got the Daji and the Bellona and the Geb and the Freya. These are, if you ask chat, if you ask the people around, these are the characters that you got to pick in your ranked games. But across the way, there's a lot of execution. So really, MASHUBOIS, if these guys play really well, they can make use of this Agni control and really find those pulls from the jungle and really make use of this composition. I think MASHUBOIS come out on top, but it's execution heavy, Hindu, man. Get On My Level can just push their buttons and win. It's going to be an uphill battle for MASHUBOIS.
Well, I love what we're seeing from MASHUBOIS in the duo lane straight away. They're going to pressure this wave early. It is a Geb and a Freya. They ain't going to clear anything in the early game. Medusa, Athena looking to pressure the late wave early, maybe look to invade.
Interesting choice here. A lot of times when you see teams sort of go, all right, listen, you're Medusa and Athena. We're Freya and again. We lose this lane. We almost see these teams. I'm surprised that we don't see them start at red, start in the jungle, because we watched them give up the wave. They sat under the tower. Do something with your time is what I would have said.
It's a good point, but you could also see that Minishima there on that Athena did start with the Oracle Chalice at the beginning of this game and already placed those couple of wards down on this side of the map. Actually, no, it's a lie. That was the opposition that did that, I believe.
Yeah.
Wait, are they the wrong color? Those wards?
No.
Maybe they just bought wards, I guess.
Exactly.
I just didn't see a chalice of oracles, that's why.
Yeah, just regular, normal wards, getting some vision in the jungle there, coming out from MASHUBOIS. But Get On My Level here, gonna get taunted. Meanwhile, still 1-on-2, the dash away in the middle lane. But
I like the idea here of seeing IA picks going for the pressure in mid a little bit earlier on. Keep the pressure on to the Agni and make sure he doesn't get some free farm. But duo lane is exactly going to be this for the most part. Pressure this wave over and over again with the duo, then look to potentially rotate, look for jungle picks, or even allow Athena to start rotating earlier.
Yeah, Athena pretty much should be able to leave this lane with the way that Medusa's able to clear with that acid spray. Once she's able to get online, you can see that Transcendence starting next to the Hunter's Blessing. That's really what she's going to look for. Whether she goes boots first or that stacking item, that's what we want to see. I think she has the luxury of going boots because you already have the upper hand versus Freya.
Now, obviously, with Medusa, though, you see we've got the Transcendence in the line that you mentioned. Do you not want to see a look go potentially Devour's Gauntlets instead? Obviously, gets a Freya who's going to have sustain.
No, Hindu, man. I actually really like the Transcendence pickup here these days. I think both are kind of viable, but really you just choose, if I'm ability-based, go Transcendence, you're going to swing like a truck. If you're auto-attack-based,
swing like a truck indeed, and there's first blood. MASHUBOIS will pick that up for themselves. Shh, will get the first kill, and now Halo Kugo. I'm gonna butcher these names all day, I'll tell you. We'll probably just have to sit under his tower. I'm not sure about going back to base, so I don't think he needs to do that, but he'll take the safer option.
Yeah, refreshing his ward said he did it place, so I guess he doesn't have to refresh them at all. Yeah. But still, right there is what Medusa's doing, and you know she'll usually come online around level after the ultimate. Having this kill this early is really powerful, and Freya was already relinquishing the lane. She had no intention of winning this lane, Hindu. Now, I mean, you don't even have a pipe dream of it.
And now with MASHUBOIS getting that first blood, they're going to control this lane substantially. Nice taunt there again onto Maker. They'll take a little bit of poke from the acid spray, but then Geb turns up to defend, and everyone will just go back to farming once more. This purple buff, though, is literally MASHUBOIS every single time right now.
Yeah, exactly, and I like that Daji isn't coming over here. This is already lost. There's no way. I've said a lot that this is a jungler-driven league here in Season 5, and the decision-making of your jungler is of the utmost importance. I like Daji's decision to not assist the duo lane so far.
Well, I'm glad to see we get to tune into the solo lane for a little bit there with that Bellona. Get On My Level, playing for Get On My Level. We wonder where the name came from, but he's going to die for first blood, I think, under that tower. He is very low right now. Will IICL go in for the kill? He will. Bellona with a nice little play of their own, but is it going to be enough to survive? No. However, goodbye, bye-bye. The tower will turn that back around.
That was just not fun. But either way, the kill goes the way of Get On My Level. You know, Aggro and I were talking about this. A little bit of action in the mid lane. Thoth walks away.
All three bombs. Surprisingly enough, Rampage really wanted the kill there. Won't find it, and once again, Thoth will be like, nope, I'm fine. I can still sit at range and farm these creeps before even looking to go back to base.
The mental value of a kill, right? We were watching a game where it was like 7-0, and then somebody dove under the tower, killed themselves to get the first kill for their team. And I said, you know, that's kind of worth it. And he's like, No, it's not. Broke down a bunch of gold. But there is that mental, like, we're getting crushed.
Yep.
Our dual lane's getting smoked. We picked the Freya. Everything sucks. We finally got a kill. Do you? I mean, I think that's a big deal for players.
Well, at the same time, GETONMYLEVEL did lose a couple of minions to the tower as well there, which puts them in a bit of a deficit. But turning, getting 1-for-1, it's not absolutely terrible on that side of the map. But they do need to make things happen, GETONMYLEVEL, as a team, on this middle to right-hand side, knowing that the dual lane's so far behind. Then again, after this composition does scream mid to late game to me with what they've drafted.
At the same time, you can't be over 1,000 gold down in 5 minutes. It's really bad news.
And ultimate from Shoes Freya with a nice little whoop there, and now Shoes overextended. He's going to get a little bit of extra protection. No more rotations coming in for MASHUBOIS, but they find a kill 2v3, and now Minishima is in trouble too. Will be able to dash away, however, but a nice little turnaround, making it a 1-for-1.
The two hunters go down. Daji comes over here, and I almost liked this decision. I would have loved, I liked how Apex didn't come over here during the early game, like the hyper early game, level 1, level 2. What I would have really liked to see is Daji come over to that dual lane when it was a guaranteed lossless win. Trading out is good, but I would have liked Daji to bide her time a little more, guaranteeing that her team would come out there unscathed.
Alone under a bit of pressure once again by IICL, but there's a nice little ultimate coming out from GETONMYLEVEL just to get back to the tower safety. But now that ultimate's on cooldown, could spell some more ganks in the future.
Got to keep track of those ultimates. That's really the name of the game right now, is keeping track of the enemy information, because the map is so much bigger. Having those timers in your head is really important.
Talking about time is one of the best ways to do that, is obviously get vision of them. And one thing that MASHUBOIS have a lot of is vision. 3 Oracle's Chalices already online for the jungler, mid, and support respectively. That's going to provide a lot of pressure on the map. As you can see, they can keep an eye on where this dodge is going to be.
Yeah, Oracle Chalice, such a strong item, 300 gold. I mean, recently got changed. We saw it in the update show yesterday. Yeah. It's getting a little bit of a nerf.
I mean, it's still going to be viable, but it was needed.
Exactly. I mean, right now, everybody can buy it. Whenever you back and you got 300 gold, you go, all right, I'll pick it up. The jungler, I like it. You're all over the map. The support, I like it. You're all over the map. The mid lane, you get a bunch of free vision around your mid lane. Nice dodge over there. But really, what you see these mid laners kind of cheat with it. Yep. Toss it over a wall, stun somebody, and then walk away and refresh. So I do like that they changed that because a little too much vision. No ganks.
Well, double warlock sash in the mid lane for the two mages, and we've seen a lot of as Maker once again forced to be that ultimate. Oh. Surprisingly, if I don't think he needed that ult at the end of the day, the beats was good enough to get away. And now though, Daji on the rotation round, Apex looking to turn this, but once again, the ward position is just giving away the situation.
Nice dash after the fact. Could have grabbed him with the chain, beads out of there, and now it's a 2-on-1. Apex walking away rather quickly.
They'll be surprised by the use of beads there by Rampage, knowing that there was no one really around to cause problems. But better safe than sorry. Talking about someone that's not safe right now. Parklu in the mid lane is under a lot of pressure as the shield from Geb was beautiful. Cataclysm good too. But you know, at the end of the day, Susano doesn't care because he beads away.
I like that play. Rampage gets 2. Oh, man. I thought the Geb, I liked it before because inevitably the Thoth is dead. The Geb forced more abilities out of the opposition. I liked that. I didn't like him trading his life for it. But Daji picks up a kill as well across the way, which kind of softens the blow, but it's still a 2K lead for MASHUBOIS.
And that's where the pressure's going to be, is for Daji. But look at the right-hand side right now. GETONMYLEVEL, full GETONMYLEVEL is on no one's level. Has to ult away defensively, but the 4 men still surrounding him. They're just going to juggle aggro until he does. If he lives through this, are they backing up? They are, you know. Wow.
They can't take the tower for that long. The level 9 Bologna stays alive.
But 4 of them, F-Dot, could juggle aggro easily enough. I expected a free kill there, sure.
I agree. I agree. Was that possible? Yes. Here's the reason why we see them back off is because of the inevitable rotation. If they do trade that aggro, everybody's at 40% HP, and then one person comes in and cleans up.
GETONMYLEVEL have a chance here to get themselves back in this game with a Gold Fury as well, but Maker's coming through. GETONMYLEVEL will pick that up, and sorry, it wasn't Maker, she was going to do it. Aegis now down. In comes Minishima on the Athena to taunt and slow down the burst damage, and now Agony raining bombs down will force Geb back. GETONMYLEVEL though, come away with the Gold Fury.
Beautiful play on the Gold Fury, textbook style of the stop and start DPS. Medusa comes around the corner. Ultimate has a great chance of snatching away that Gold Fury. GETONMYLEVEL stop all DPS. You hear Thoth warm up the ult and then cut it.
Oh, nice little ultimate out from Dodgy there, looking for II, but doesn't manage to connect. Now II going to get some support from his Athena in tow. The turnaround could be here between a tier 1 and tier 2 tower, however. Taunt, knock up good, and even Agni will take a couple of tower shots just to make sure he gets in range. II gets another kill.
That's proxy farming. Take your minions and your players behind the tower.
And the tier 1 tower straight afterwards.
Yep, that was really cute. Nobody expected IICL to be there.
One of the best ways to turn around a Gold Fury is get a tower at least in response. It's not as worth as much, but it does give some map advantage once more.
Map advantage worth more here in Season 5, in my opinion. Having a safe place to fall back to. There's more jungle.
Well, here we go again. Will they actually dive this time? Because at the moment, Bellona's doing a good job juking. But the venting of heat could cause a couple of problems. Rampage will dash away, and the dot damage enough to pick up the kill.
Sloppy at best. That's the second time they tried it, and you saw that. Okay, I understand. Yeah. One noob can actually tank a little bit better this time around, but still sloppy. You got to get those kills quicker and faster.
I didn't actually realize his name was One Noob. I thought you were just being offensive at one point.
Just talk about that one noob.
And I was just like, wow, you can't call these players noobs. Tier 1 tower on the right-hand side will go down now. Get on my level. Going to fall a little bit further behind, even after that Gold Fury they secured earlier on. And that's just opening up more of this right-hand side of the map for even Pyromancer.
You know, I'm really happy here in Season 5 getting a chance to, one of my favorite things, the SGS is an opportunity for us North American and European-centered folks to really get a chance to see these international regions. And for a long time, they were a little bit different than what we saw in North America.
Apex was too busy trying to catch someone around the corner there, so ate a little bit of poke from II, but Blink Cataclysm is on cooldown now from Geb, and now he could be the one in trouble, taunted into danger, and Rampage is there again with the stun follow-up. Shield has already been used, and the bombs are good, and II with a quick swift of his blade will bring down the Geb once more.
I love Shima. Shima's attention to, when I see an Agni dash or a Cataclysm go off, or even a Thoth dash, it's like a siren that goes off in your head.
Still juking in the jungle now as Apex takes to the power out to try and bring back the II, but he will get away to safety. And now on that, the one noob has arrived, and Get On My Level has to deal with 3 in his jungle. Again. Luckily enough, he's only on defense. There's nothing up in the jungle for them to actually look to take.
And that's why MASHUBOIS walk away. Going back to what I was talking about earlier is that these SEA teams, China specifically, has always been a little bit different, sort of played away from the meta. And now we see very clear cut and standard, like I said. Left side of your screen is what you would expect teams to pick. I like to see how far these regions have come.
Maker with a couple of mistakes there, just missing that banish, and that's going to put him in pressure. Has to roll defensively, and already it's MASHUBOIS in the rotation first every single time. Maker looks to make a play, and in the end, he just finds a quick trip back to the fountain.
Nice kill. I am in the nitpick seat. I don't think they needed to use that Medusa ultimate. I would have liked to see her hold it, but at the end of the day, a player is dead of the enemy team. Can't complain too much about that.
And you think about the ultimate, when you look at what's going on the map right now, Gold Fury's still down. His ultimate should be up around the time the Gold Fury's up again. So, no harm, no foul. Nobody comes away too bad. Though, can head back to base. He does have his second relic available for him to pick up. Expecting beads more than likely?
Most likely. Especially on the ability hunters. Sometimes on the basic guys, you see sprint.
Speaking of that, though, he went ages at the start on Medusa. How do you feel against a Freya Geblade? I'm a bit surprised not to see beads there.
Yeah, well, when you look at the rest of the team, I mean, Daji, you want to beads out that ultimate. Yeah. Really, I want to Aegis the damage. That's what I'm looking for from the Daji. And, you know, same thing with the Thoth. Sure, I could beads out the stun. I really want to Aegis that ultimate. And I think that there's just more of a threat of the burst damage than the crowd control.
I can't play that skin. I can't play that skin on Apex. Right inside, though, Get On My Level. Just looking to continue to farm up. 2 level 13s around him. Ult's in place because he does have Dodgy on the rotation.
Also Geb.
And Geb too, but recognition from MASHUBOIS straight away. They're just going to back up, realizing, you know what? If he's going to ult in place, something's fishy about that.
Yeah, nobody even walked over the vision. MASHUBOIS have aggressive warding. And everybody from Get On My Level came up from the top end near MASHUBOIS' own towers. So Get On My Level actually walked around those wards.
Well, that ult is going to stay on cooldown for both those hunters, or should I say the mage and the hunter in that dual lane for the time being, keeping Freya under wraps. Because if you notice, when Maker has been aggressing onto Medusa one-on-one, Medusa's been having a bit of trouble there.
Yeah, it's tough, really, for the Medusa to go into the Freya because Medusa's the ability base. She's gonna launch the ability. She's a team fight controller. Apex right here, looking to control the left side.
He stepped on a ward already, and that's why you saw the Medusa back up to safety of the tier 1. And he's also got teammates waiting in the wings, looking to counter gank if Apex goes aggressive. They've changed their mind now. They're gonna all in.
Nice.
The parallel will be used immediately defensively, but can they look to get the kill?
She wastes so much time waiting for everybody to calm down that she actually can't even execute. Retreat from Get On My Level is good, but keep an eye on this Athena.
We'll see.
He's got a target in mind, and it's all about the Thoth.
Geb's played very well so far. He managed to get Apex out of danger, but now Thoth is under so much pressure from this mid lane. Haku needs some support, and in comes the Bellona.
Really important taunt. Keeping that ultimate at bay, but just for the moment. Rampage answers back. It's 10 for MASHUBOIS.
Now pressure from Get On My Level. This Bellona is going to cause a lot of problems for him, but with 4 members grouped from MASHUBOIS, they will fall back Get On My Level for now, as MASHUBOIS will attempt the Gold Fury.
I think they're looking more for the fight here. Walk towards the Gold Fury, force GOML into this bad spot.
CC.
It's a surround. Beautiful stuff.
Great CC, and there's a nice little ultimate from Medusa to get back to safety. Apex with the hot play of the blink, dashes in. Aegis will not save his life there whatsoever, but Apex doesn't have his ultimate now. Taunted back in to the damage of the burning field, and Agony will drop on the ground. And with that, it's 12-5, and MASHUBOIS still in control.
Not worth. Definitely not worth. Now, that play is worth if MASHUBOIS are still interested in the Gold Fury. You make the trade 1-for-1, and you dissuade the opponent from going for the objective. So even though you've died and you made an even trade, you come up because, well, the opponent can't do what they planned on doing. MASHUBOIS threw out the game plan for the Gold Fury already. They were looking for that tier 1 tower. The kill that Apex gets is virtually irrelevant, and the tower goes down anyway. Not a winning play in my book.
It's funny at this point of the game, we're in Season 4 right now, after we'll be saying this game is dead, this game is over. I don't see a way coming back in with the gold lead being the way it is, but Season 5, different story. 4,000 gold isn't that much to write home about. You can hold your Phoenixes, your tier 2 towers, and look for a big turnaround in the late game.
Phoenix is the biggest point. You can see on the map at the bottom and the top, there's so much more. There's frankly just less stuff in the way. So you have a bigger field of vision, bigger field to fight in when you're trying to defend against those Phoenix pushes. Yeah. It's definitely a nice spot for Get On My Level. And as we said earlier, the picks and bans, Thoth, fantastic anti-seizure.
And we did actually see Haku in that mid lane get that nice ultimate off to secure a kill earlier on when he was under pressure. So they have the potential to half health or even one-shot a target in the right stages. But here we go, Get On My Level, gonna try and make a play around this Pyromancer, one of the new additions of Season 5.
Yeah, give you a little boost out of the jungle.
But look at the left-hand side,
Get
On My Level's fighting against the whole team. The other team is getting Gold Fury at the same time. Get On My Level will secure Pyromancer. MASHUBOIS get the gold. Did someone really come out on top of that? We'll find out in a second. Apex still looking to pressure here as Machinima. The Athena is very low. The dot damage not enough from Athena, but Get On My Level will secure.
Noob takes out Apex on the back end. Here's a nice push coming out from Noob one more time. Still, there's a great pull coming out from the jungler, but the retaliation out of the mid lane comes through, but the other mid laner reigns supreme. Stun is good. Rampage answers back with 2 kills.
I'm looking through the MASHUBOIS lineup, and for me, it's Rampage and Minishima on this Athena that have really controlled everything in this game for the team.
That's the... I wish I could swear. That's the word, Hindu man. Control.
Yep.
It's Athena and this Agni have controlled this game, and this is what we said to the picks and bans, is that Get On My Level have the power level. They're coming out here with all the rare cards, but MASHUBOIS, the execution is on point. They're out here just executing. The stuns are important, the taunts are great, and Get On My Level have the raw power, but MASHUBOIS, I think, are just playing better Smite, and that's why they find themselves with the lead that they do.
15-6. Fire Giant is available if MASHUBOIS want to start sieging around there, especially with all the other objective throughout the mid lane. Not available right now. Still early game though, so the Fire Giant not as good as it is past 25 minutes, as it does get a bit of a boon later on.
Yeah, you got basically, Fire Giant and better Fire Giant. It gets amped up as the game goes on to sort of end things. I don't think anybody wants to sit here for a 70-minute SMITE game as much as I do love it.
I don't know. I mean, this one could go 70 minutes depending on how GETONMYLEVEL
Stop
defend
it.
against the Phoenixes.
Stop it.
And going back to the Phoenix story, like we mentioned, you know, it's kind of difficult now for aggressors to be too aggressive because the choke points are a little bit more narrow. There's more opportunity for GETONMYLEVEL to defend from different avenues.
Bad
Athena, all in there. One ultimate used by the Geb to secure that one. So GETONMYLEVEL looking to turn this around, knowing Athena's down. They could get a little bit more aggressive.
Can't be there. Team just too spread out. MASHUBOIS could group up here, but GETONMYLEVEL has the numbers.
This is where, in Season 5 specifically, teams kind of realize they're ahead, make some mistakes where they overcommit and allow people back in a lot more. These aren't windows of snowball, it's windows of thinking you are snowballing and then realizing you're not.
I mean, we just watched GETONMYLEVEL 6,000 gold down play the aggressor. Shiz's beads are down, so that Medusa will be a little bit more susceptible to death. Got to be careful of that. GETONMYLEVEL, Apex did a great job of stripping the beads off of that Medusa. So if GETONMYLEVEL wants to make the play on the Hunter, now's the time. I'm
glad GETONMYLEVEL are losing now. Just because they've got a player called GETONMYLEVEL, and I didn't really want to have to go GETONMYLEVEL going in, getting the kill for GETONMYLEVEL as GETONMYLEVEL will secure the Gold Fury. GETONMYLEVEL now going to initiate onto this. Great play from GETONMYLEVEL. Like, it's not good.
Maybe you should get on his level.
I mean, I may need to. At the moment, though, GETONMYLEVEL needs to get out of that area. For sure, as the pressure was just too much.
You wanted that one to work better than it did.
Yeah, no, it nearly set up and I was like, nope, I'm going in the wrong direction.
It's fun being on this side of the coin.
It's great. The coin?
Yeah. Commentary is two sides.
Are you ahead of a tail now, then?
Commentary is two sides of the same coin. Kind of like this matchup. I don't have anywhere to go with that.
So Fire Giant started up now. Keep an eye on the ring that will form around the Fire Giant if aggro continues, as it will deal damage to people who walk through it, causing issues for aggressors and defenders of this. But a nice taunt yet again from Athena, followed by the bomb stun from Rampage. Good tankiness from Geb, but not enough to stay alive as IA will collapse and pick up the kill. GETONMYLEVEL could have continued to be pressured because at the same time, Kukulin making sure Toph isn't in the fight.
Now, MASHUBOIS focus kind of the quote-unquote wrong targets here. They got the front line eventually pick off the jungler. They get the front line down there, but at the end of the day, still successful.
Yeah, big issue there was the one noob just overextended a bit too much against a Freya and a Toph. Especially when I'm looking at his build, not too much magical resistance. You really want that if you're going to try and deal with those backliners.
Yeah, I like that play into the Medusa. Burned the dash, coming all the way around to surprise with the ultimate. That worked out. However, like I said, it was against the two tanks. The Hallow did wind up dying. GETONMYLEVEL obviously didn't, and you know, unfortunately, MASHUBOIS just couldn't find the backline. They need to find those squishies.
And I'm not really upset from GETONMYLEVEL's point of view there, because at the end of the day, when you actually look at what happened, they didn't get anything from that MASHUBOIS. They got a kill for a kill trade.
Yeah.
The tier 2 tower's still alive, and the Fire Giant didn't go down either. So that's okay for GETONMYLEVEL because they are looking for late game.
That's what I call a stop, right? Defensive stop. It doesn't matter if you lose 4 players if the opponent is too low to get the objective, right? Clearly the plan was to go for Fire Giant. Whatever it took, you stopped it. I like that play.
They're attempting this Fire Giant now, but they're on a ward, so MASHUBOIS know exactly what's going on. They're not going to get baited into the situation, but the Pyromancer will probably fall down relatively quick in favor of GETONMYLEVEL, but maybe Agni can turn up in time.
And there's going to be the bombs launching out. This time it does get stolen. MASHUBOIS take it away, and they want the fight after the fact.
And now with the one noob going to the backline, taunt from Athena will get out-taunted, I should say. Great little play from Geb to keep his backline safe for now, but GETONMYLEVEL getting very low. The loner is already dead, and now charges in the one noob again, looking for the carries, but he can't make a choice. Meanwhile, II is going to isolate IApex, who's got support of Geb, but IApex's shield will stay alive for now. Good
Dive! That's 2 more kills for MASHUBOIS. That is exactly what the comms are saying. There's no other play. Just go all the way in when you've got that momentum. Tier 2 falls down. More money in the pocket.
And with the one noob, what one noob did there, he couldn't make a decision on which carry to go, Freya or Toph, but what he did was zone them both. And by zoning them both, the front line dies, and he just needs the 2 magical carries where they're like, well, I guess we can't defend the Phoenix on our own. We're just going to have to sit at the Phoenix, and that's where GETONMYLEVEL are going to be.
Love that commitment. Love that commitment. A lot of times you see these teams waffle over, do we go all the way in? Is this the right fight? And MASHUBOIS questioned 0% of it. They went right for the fight. went all the way into the tier 2 and went right to the the Fire Giant, excuse me. Just no questions. Love
24 minutes in now, and it looked like MASHUBOIS were heading towards the Gold Fury, but GETONMYLEVEL already grouped back towards the mid lane once more. Gold Fury started up by on the Medusa. I can't say shiz. That's not going to work. It's gonna
I just say shiz.
Or Medusa. Shiz.
Yeah, I said shiz.
I'm not going to say shiz.
Say shiz.
That's too close to words that I'll probably get wrong and make mistakes. And
Like
then get
shiznit?
fired. Maybe. that could cause me some problems. That's for sure. So Gold Fury goes down. Now MASHUBOIS will go back to base, spend that gold. Their builds are pretty much complete though. Most people reach in their 6th item, including the blessing, obviously, but the blessings will start to get sold off.
Yeah, Medusa's selling hers. I'm unhappy with the Medusa build.
Why?
I'm biting my tongue a little bit. It is a fine build, but the ability-based hunters, when you go to Transcendence, right? For the longest time, you had to transition into the Aussie and the Executioner. Their Crusher is a fantastic option these days for these ability-based hunters.
Agreed.
It's giving you attack speed, but it's also boosting those abilities that you bought the Transcendence for. I would have loved to see the Crusher here.
I think what in place of like the Assy.
Yes.
I think the only reason he's gone the Assy, though, from my opinion, is maybe because
or even the Exy.
Is he gets a Freya. Freya's going to get lifesteal back. He wants a little bit lifesteal in the bot too. It's the only reason I can see
trade it out for the Exy.
That's possible, but then you're missing attack speed after. What you do then?
You got attack speed from the Crusher.
That's true. I always forget Crusher does have attack speed.
The Crusher.
The Crusher that does everything. It
a,
really does crush.
It's a scary item. Susano's got it, and I think that's really been helping him out here. The MASHUBOIS, they got 4 strong in the left-hand lane. Like you said, almost built out, getting ready for this push. We've spoken about the Phoenix Siege. GETONMYLEVEL do have a better chance than they have in the past. Let's see if they can pull it off.
Let's see what they can do. One will go in. The minions were just in the tower lane there, but Apex already taken to this guy with it. Paolo will put a bit of pressure on.
Follow up.
Still going in is GETONMYLEVEL though, fighting too, and GETONMYLEVEL's going to fall down as one who's chasing out the carries once more. IICO will get a kill onto GETONMYLEVEL, and now Apex is running through the jungle for his life as II will look to bring him down for a double kill. The rest of his team, meanwhile, are going to be looking for the Phoenix.
The one noob is this is exactly what he needs to do. Oh my goodness! Turn around! Kill the Phoenix! Kill the Phoenix!
Oh, they'll get the Phoenix effed up, but they wanted the kills too, because by getting those kills, it means they could even look for the end. 26 minutes in, and there's only Baker left standing to try and defend against the whole team.
Really nice stuff. That's going to be the game, actually, Hitman. 24-8.
Very good work from MASHUBOIS in game 1. It is a best of 3 though in these finals, so we'll see if GETONMYLEVEL can come back and find some sort of answer to that situation. What do you do different?
Play better, man. I mean, really what happens is, and let's dial down into play better.
Yeah.
What happened, like I said, you got all the picks you wanted, but the execution across the way was just too damn good.
A little bit too late game?
No, not even too late game. You were just routinely, you being GETONMYLEVEL, we watched them routinely get taunted out, Agni stunned. All of the abilities, all of the crowd control that we saw across the way needs to be controlled. Either ban it out or find a way to deal with it, because we watched them get initiated on so many different times. Between Kakulin, Agni, and Athena taunt, there was too many things going on for GETONMYLEVEL to actually deal with.
Well, I don't know if they're going to be able to ban out those gods, but maybe they can pick them away here. GETONMYLEVEL will have the first pick opportunity here this time round. Let's see how this one works out. They were first pick last game, to be fair, and it didn't work out so well.
They got the, like I said, the Reddit dream, and I don't mean that as an insult.
Toth.
The go-to characters for each position found themselves on GETONMYLEVEL.
Toth, Bellona's pretty solid too as well.
Daji's fantastic.
Daji,
Freya,
you're right.
like they got all their choices. They just didn't execute. Like you said, I don't know if I'm banning out the Agnis and the Athenas anytime soon, but I'm looking to take 1 or 2 away, and more importantly, play into it. Pick characters that don't get as destroyed by these shots.
No real changes to the ban situation there. Hebo, 2 of the top picks in mid, jungle between them. I mean, Ulk and jungle too. Giannis, something with Chronos Pendant. Cooldown reduction is amazing from rotations. They're going to go with the Toth again. Don't think Toth had a bad game overall.
No.
I think we should go back to that.
Thoth did exactly what he needed to do. He just got controlled by the Agni late game, and that's really what we saw. And so I like to see them pick that up one more time, Mash.
No real surprise to see that Agni. Daji this time, though, for Mashu. Going to turn this one around and go, you know what? We had Susano last game. We're going to show you how to play Daji.
Let's control. Well, theoretically less control here. The Palo Allo is basically always going to strip the beads, but that pull from Susano was so important for this matchup.
Still some mobility though for Get On My Level, going with the Circuit in the jungle this time around. Circuit, people may have felt she fell from favor just because of the small changes to her kit, a little bit of reduction in how much burst and actual protection shred she's got, but she's still going to be viable.
Yeah, Circuit, basically, I mean, Circuit came out, Deathbringer was busted, and she works really well with Deathbringer.
Yep.
Deathbringer was fixed. She still works well. It's totally a great choice, even with the Deathbringer change. I love the pickup of Athena here.
I think it's a great play, yeah.
I
think we're saying I love the Cerberus pick. I'm like, I'm not so sure. But the Athena pick, take it away from Mashu, that was one of their big keys to victory there.
Every single time. Taunt. Stripping beads, causing plays, really important pick there. You don't like the Cerberus?
Not a big fan.
I think the Cerberus here is interesting. I think it brings some element of control, and it also keeps Get On My Level off of healers if that's where they want it to go.
Sure, but I don't think we really saw healers last game from them. I don't think they need to go that route. Cerberus, depends where he's going as well. Will he be in the solo lane? Will he be in the dual lane? Dual lane early pressure is something that can be very valuable to him. We'll see what Mashu choose to do with that as the Odin and the Kukulkan banned away by Get On My Level. The Odin, a bit surprised by that. I mean, I know he looks down tough, but I'm not too worried.
Yeah.
The Cupid.
Cupid Cerberus, maybe?
Possibly. Cupid, like I said, ability-based hunters definitely got some love with Transcendence and the Crusher.
Feel my wrath.
Being very powerful items here. Cupid, however, has been the character that has sort of lagged behind.
Sure.
But I love Fields of Love. I think Cupid's ultimate is severely underrated. Thoth, Circuit, Athena, and Rom are all going to get screwed by the cripple.
Definitely.
Really important point.
And maybe that's the reason they've gone for the Cerberus, because, as I mentioned, the Cerberus is 2, the acid spit that he's got there. It clears the wave and is so strong in the early game. It can help out Cupid a little bit more in terms of wave clear, just to help him through that early stage.
The Kuzenbo, winds up in the solo or the support role.
Yeah.
Same exact idea.
Yeah.
And the Kuzenbo is interesting. Rom is the opposite of an ability-based hunter. He's all about the basics, and Kuzenbo is a walking thorns buff.
I actually like Kuzenbo and Cupid in the lane together. I would have preferred that for the simple reason is when you throw the Nene Kappa out, it forces the minions to attack the Nene Kappa before the wave, which means they're all grouped, which allows the Cupid to get the bomb off and clear him a little bit quicker.
I think the Cerberus comes with more push, and I think that's a little bit more important.
That's good early poke, that. I like that early poke from MASHUBOIS. Not because it might, because of my health potion, I'd actually just go back to base if I was the one that just took that damage. But what it does is you have enough time to use an ability or two before you have any pressure, because you can just look for that next rotation, your abilities will be back up again.
There's a gazillion years before the game actually starts. He's going to heal his mana up before we actually see minions. So that is, a lot of times we say free, and it's not usually free, it's usually paid in advance. That's actually free poke.
So both the supports here really lost a trade heavily to Maker there. Maker showing off his basic attacks. He's been at a couple of world championships. He's been in the scene for a while and just put a little bit more free pressure on them.
All right, remember when I said free? They just paid for it. I don't know why Cupid ticks himself down to half HP.
They did.
But okay.
Didn't work out very well at all. Rama, though, only has 1 health potion. Cupid has 2 health, 2 mana, so just keep an eye on those 2. Making use of those astral arrows to make sure he clears some of the wave and connects with the Cupid.
Yeah, he knows he can go for the poke because Heart Bomb isn't going to be as powerful as some of the other options in the stable of hunters. So Maker can actually go for that poke that normally he wouldn't go for.
Does look like we're seeing double transcendence out of these hunters as well, 1 for each of them. Mid lane pressure once again goes in favor of MASHUBOIS for the time being. Rampage on that agony once more. Had a good time of things last game, and this time he's going to have a Daji to help pressure and allow him some more breathing room, I guess, in the early game.
Yeah, the Daji, like we said last time, very mobile. Just going to be able to wander around. Traded out some of the routine control for ultimate-oriented control.
Wow, mistake from Rampage there. Just decided to dash. He walked up to the wave, he saw Circuit, and that's overconfidence. That's from game 1 to game 2. Some of that is also forgetting that you've reset the game again, but left-hand side, some pressure on the purple.
That's Siren. I mean, we should put it in the game. When you dash as an Agni, everybody knows you're dead.
But he saw the Circuit and thought, you know what, I can dash and get away. I'm not going to get pressure. And Circuit went, really? Is this really what you're going to do? I'm going to kiss you and get some free damage off. And Rampage chose not to use beads there, surprisingly enough.
Left side, this could be big. Apex jumps on in, finds the damage. Nice meditation from the support.
Good Aegis from Cupid, but he's still not going to be able to stay alive. And Cerberus may have some anti-heal, but I tell you what, he's a dog without a bone right now. His heal will head back to base.
Huge rotation from Get On My Level, and that was. Remember how we said how last time I wanted Apex to make the rotation, but only when it was a guaranteed win?
Yes.
That's the rotation. This time, instead of coming by himself, he brought another player. Two-man rotation over the left side. That gets multi-kill. Bam, beautiful.
And honestly, that dual lane dying there, a lot of that falls down to Rampage and that decision in the mid lane. Because without him dying there, the pressure wouldn't have been so easy for both Toth and Circuit to rotate.
Fun interaction here in the solo lane out of the Kuzenbo. Kuzenbo, one of the many characters that can actually interrupt Bologna's bludgeon here. So he's going to be able to stop Get On My Levels clear, as well as, because the ability that he uses to cancel what Bologna does is separate from his wave clear ability. He's in the driver's seat in this lane right now.
Sumo Slam, very, very useful for those situations. And then, even if you don't have the Sumo Slam up, you could also just eat it and reflect some of that damage back if you want to, too.
Kuzenbo, definitely an underutilized character on the map since he came out. I mean, everybody likes to laugh like, haha, Kappa, but I mean, this god is much more than the meme.
Well, Apex is actually going to make a rotation on this Circuit to that right-hand side now, looking to pressure that Kuzenbo. Apex only level 4, however, so they won't have the ultimate available. And with that, the one noob's going to eat a lot of
Oh,
turn
the
that
tower!
around with the Sumo. Get On My Level, eats a tower shot, but it's not enough to bring him down.
And see, Kuzenbo a little bit more resistant to the ganks, has the thorns, which kind of going to hurt that Circuit.
Torn onto that from Halu Kogu. I'm not trying to say his name yet, I'll give it a go. But now Ai on the left-hand side looking to make plays of his own onto Maker, who's overextended. Athena was too busy taunting, and that meant Ramen was going for the buff, and that's another free kill. Well, a first free kill, I should say, for the MASHUBOIS. Just small mistakes from the team.
Same problem from Get On My Level here in game number 1 as in game number 2. We maybe identified it. It didn't hurt Get On My Level too much. Here, that absolutely did. No vision. Just now we see that ward. That ward was dropped there just before.
Well, it also relieves some of the pressure as well that we actually had Get On My Level had in that dual lane based off the double kill they got in that lane. It's just going to relieve some of that. Now both Cupid and Rama have died.
Man, I love to see this Kuzenbo. He's so obnoxious to play against.
That's the word. He's just obnoxious.
He's going to make Maker White's life miserable in the mid game.
And think about the composition that Get On My Level have drafted here as well. This Cat, this Ramen, not going to enjoy that at all. But a lovely double kiss. The Heart Bomb, however, did retract some of the damage. But Apex easy to chase that one down. Not sure about needing the use of the ultimate. If they would have kept that, we could have seen the dog fall too.
Yeah, I think the ultimate was, I think he wanted to shove Cupid towards the dog, get the spread, but he died in that instant before he could actually get pushed. So, too much damage was actually the problem.
Good work, though, from this Circuit. Apex really stepping up, and it's an important time, too.
Yeah.
He did play alongside the lad Minishima, the support Cerberus, and Apex. We both played for Entity at this last Worlds just gone. So, they've been on the same teams, you know, they're all from Southeast Asia, and some of them had some visa issues, so that's why you saw some of the teams get mixed together.
Right. Again, you know, one of these teams is holistically from Singapore, the other's from China, but, you know, when you're just trying to make when you're just trying to make a splash in the international scene.
Make your region look good.
Yeah.
Do the best you can.
It's all about the region.
And Apex was one that really stood out there. But I'm going to have a hard time of things here, because there's not much he can really do apart from farm against the Kuzenbo. Remember that as Kuzenbo takes damage too, that passive just increases his protection, so you do less and less as time goes on. Good talk.
Oh, this is the problem. Kuzenbo's been sitting on the front yard the entire time.
He's fine. The reason I know he's fine is Apex as well did just use the ultimate in the dual lane. Not going to be available this time round. But it does seem that Get On My Level are recognizing that Kuzenbo could be the problem. But if the jungler goes right, then the other jungler is going left.
Huge mistake by Cupid. Hopefully this still winds up as a kill, and it does. Good. This is a SMITE 101 thing, so I'm very adamant about calling it out. Right now, the one noob in trouble, Hindu.
No,
still not concerned about him.
Well, Apex had already used his ultimate there. I looked at his health bar, and I'm like, he's Kuzenbo. He'll be okay this time round. Now, though, MASHUBOIS are going to abuse the fact Kuzenbo lived by getting the gold fury. Great play from them. They find the kill on Rama and convert that into the gold fury.
Talking about SMITE 101, this is remedial SMITE. If it's too heavy on the solo side of the map, do gold fury. Every solo laner has been there at home. You sit, there's 3 guys in my lane. Somebody do gold fury. Especially with the bigger map. Yeah. That is textbook. That's what you do. If you're going to make a large gank on the solo lane, you have to cover your bases.
I'm feeling how this game's gone in Game 2 specifically. You can see MASHUBOIS have better communication within this team of what's going on. Get on my level, not so much. You saw the Athena Rama play in the dual lane where one's taunting, fighting, the other one's trying to farm. You can't have those situations. You've got to be on the same page.
That's why that composition for game number 1 worked out so well in MASHUBOIS' favor. Like I said, get on my level. They had the Freya, they had the Thoth. They could just push forward. They could just kill you. But MASHUBOIS had the intricacies of the taunt into the damage. When they run away, we long-range Agni stun them. They had their crowd control chains down. They knew exactly what they needed to do. The execution was just better than get on my level. So, you know, it doesn't even matter what characters you came out to play. MASHUBOIS outplayed you.
Well, approaching 8 minutes in the game now. All the boots finally starting to get online. Couple of Warlock sashes. One has been built, I should say, for Toth in the mid lane. Going that over the full boots, whereas Agni definitely wants that extra mobility to get away from Sir Cat.
Exactly. Mobility, number 1 there. Left side lane, trouble for the Athena. A little bit of an issue, half HP from the jungler, and that's actually going to be a kill. The dot from the dodgy.
Same time, Cupid went aggressive looking for a kill himself, and now he's under pressure. Maker will actually fall, I should say. Rampage's rotation once again is good. The ultimate from Paku not good enough to stop MASHUBOIS sieging with 4 right now.
MASHUBOIS' nice response to what Get On My Level has been able to do here. Kill count rarely matters, right? But evening that up and making sure that the gold and experience stays even is of the utmost importance. And we've got a tie game here because of that gank.
A little bit surprised to see all the MASHUBOIS rotate towards mid lane there. Could have pressured the wave one more time. At least one of them stood there just to share the experience a little bit more. But maybe you want to get the Cupid a couple more levels, I guess. Save the experience for him.
Small intricacy here in our build paths as we have a little moment to talk about it. Agni goes for the Mage's Blessing. That 10% CDR is valuable to him, so he can off-put that Warlock staff. You know, not even building it yet. He's going to the boots first. Whereas the Thoth, 10% CDR, everybody wants it, sure, but the survivability was much more important to the Thoth than the actual 10% CDR.
You talk about build pass, I'm a little bit confused about where Maker's going now, because it looks like he was going trans, and now, is he going Solier? Is it Devourer's Gauntlets? Like, what?
Rom is the one character that Soul Eater would not make any sense. Soul Eater is actually pretty interesting. I still think it trails behind some of the other options, but Soul Eater makes your abilities.
But where does that Morningstar go now then? Is that going Transcendence or is that going to go Hydras? Like, he's going to double stack? Is that the plan? It has to be, right?
I'm going to hold my breath, but I think the double stacking is where he's headed. The Devo gloves on the basic attack characters, I love that. I think that is the correct way to do things, although I don't think there is a correct right now. The Transcendence after the fact is...
I think he's going to sell Morningstar. He's going to have to sell it. He's made a mistake there for going for the Morningstar in the beginning of the game. I think he should have probably
forgetting that it was a Cupid.
Maybe. Not just a Cupid, but also that he's playing Rama. Like, cooldowns are great.
Transcendence Rom
is powerful.
That ultimate does a gazillion damage. Ataraxia of European fame swears by Transcendence Rom. I think you get a lot of mileage out of Devo gloves on a character that all he does is basic attack.
Taunt again onto Cupid, coming out from the Athena, and the Fields of Love will drop down to slow that down, but Rama in the sky with diamonds looking for the snipes. Won't be able to find it, and once again, II turns up beautifully in time to secure a kill on an overextended Get On My Level.
Rom's in the sky, but the play is loosey-goosey. 2 kills for MASHUBOIS as III puts another one in the ground. Nice stuff.
10 kills in 10 minutes, and with that, is MASHUBOIS back in the lead in this game now. However, Get On My Level looking to pressure the tier 1 tower. If Rampage is going to keep those rotations going, they will probably lose it and have done so, but the fight is still on.
Nice trade for trade, tower for tower. This time around, Mini Shima will not be getting anywhere, and Apex gets another kill, and that'll keep the game nice and tight.
I'm actually fine with, I actually prefer MASHUBOIS getting the tower on the left-hand side. That's what I'm used to saying, because generally mid lane's more dominant. But it keeps Get On My Level pinned back on that lane. Good ultimate out from Get On My Level, but a better response from Dodgy to use the ability to jump to a teammate and get away to safety.
Yeah, it was hot. That was hot. No other analysis needed besides that was hot.
Yep.
That was just a dope play. Now, Get on my level looking towards the objective left-hand side. MASHUBOIS are creeping in, though. 3 players here. One's kind of low. Keep an eye on Rampage. He can be picked off easily.
Haku has his ultimate as well, but Dodgy goes to the backline looking to pressure that top. Gold Fury still getting low. Gold Fury will go
Stolen!
to MASHUBOIS. Stolen away, and now they're on the run and get on my level, realizing they lost the fight. Or they're going to try and reaggress, knowing that MASHUBOIS is semi-low.
Yeah, MASHUBOIS need to get back in there, and there they go. Aye. Nice zigzag, but it forced the beads. That's the power of the Cupid ultimate. The Apex is out of there. Beads are on cooldown. MASHUBOIS can push in here without any threat. Nice stuff.
After another one where you just saw comms from Get On My Level being not on the same page. They lose gold.
Yeah.
Maker rolls in, goes aggressive. The rest of his team like, nope, I'm peacing out. We also saw Tough had no mana, so I understand that, but they've got to start calling what they're doing. Otherwise, MASHUBOIS will abuse the situation every time.
Very, very rarely at the top level can you clearly see a breakdown like that. Just communication not on the level from Get On My Level.
And now with that, I will use the Paolo early to try and pull Bologna in, but Bologna will survive for now. Taunt comes out from Athena onto the one noob, who's frontlining as Kuzumbo. He's not going to be too worried. The ultimate from Haku charged for a second, but once again, they get away.
Close your eyes. Where's Maker?
Dead.
Red buff. After he got the back camps. Clumsy D put out a meme the other day where it was like, you know, ranked players doing the right thing, but really they want to go kill the back camps.
Yep.
Maker's doing that in a competitive game. Okay, you know what? If you want to divert and get the red buff mid-team fight so that you make a bigger impact, it's still wrong. But I understand where you're coming from.
Listen.
Getting those... No, that is wrong.
I'm going to try and defend him. Are you ready? Because he went Morningstar at the beginning of the game, he was behind in build and he needs his stacks and his Devourer's Gauntlets. He's up against a Cupid that's already stacked his Transcendence.
Yep.
So he's like, you know what? I don't think we can defend this. I'm going to go get some farm and get some stacks on. Devil's Advocate, that's all it is. I think you completely
5 players following the wrong call. Let's pretend like fighting into that Pyromancer play was the wrong call. 5 players following the wrong call will always be better than 4 players following one call and 1 player following the other, regardless of who's right.
Would like to just point out that the exception to the rule in that situation is that Soul Gaming set once upon a time that was not the right call. Get On My Level, however, is under pressure, going to try and jump away with his ultimate. But now the Paolo comes into play once again. As II looking to keep that up. The pull is good. The combination of abilities to keep the CC chain going. And Kuzumbo will just make sure you sit in that wall as the damage ticks from both Agni and Dodgy.
That's the execution that we're talking about. Just higher than usual.
Higher and higher.
Yep.
Good song.
Which one?
Higher, higher. That one.
I don't know that one.
He's from Ghostbusters 2. That's why I remember. That's the main reason.
Nobody remembers the Shongskins.
That wasn't Chunks.
There's a spirit.
Oh, the Commando ones. Wait.
Oh, I don't know.
It's crazy. A little helicopter and things.
Yeah, but he's got a little ghost.
That's true. Dodgy going back to base. I prefer this skin. You know the skin that we saw last
game?
Yeah,
you said you said there was a team fight. You said I can't play it.
No, you know why? It's those peacock feathers. They're so distracted on the back of Dodgy. I'm just staring at the peacock feathers the whole time. They're very, very pretty.
I was looking at. I've never looked at a skin so hard. You said I can't play the skin, and I was like, why? And I'm looking at it. I'm like, what's in the way?
It's the peacock feathers. Well, to be fair, the only skin that I wouldn't play, and it was more aggro putting me out. And I'm like, that's a fair point. The Bass Drop, the DJ Yana skin.
The what?
I was going to say Bass Drop, but that's because of Patch Notes, that's why.
The Bass Drop? The Bass Drop?
It's whatever. It's a fish drop.
Fisherman Giannis.
Fisherman Giannis, correct.
Fisherman Giannis coming through.
It's going to be great. But because he
it's too little. Toss into the portal.
It could be Bass Drop because it's like he's throwing a fishing rod when he uses that ultimate anyway. It covers your whole screen.
Comes with a camouflage hat and a pickup truck.
That'd be okay.
All right, here I am, Bass Drop Giannis.
Speaking of this, we mentioned the Zhongli thing. We were talking about Hobo Zhong before. I mentioned Hobo Zhong.
That would be good.
Hobo Zhong, he has a trash bag on his back, right? And when he ults, it's actually him farting, so he stinks everywhere up.
He's throwing some flyer at you for his one.
Yeah, he throws flyers at you.
He burps for his 2.
Yeah.
Or he just says, you ever be on the train and he just comes in and goes, oh, Jesus, a chili. And you're like, what are you saying?
You've been on the London Underground then? Because that's exactly what happened.
I've been on the New York City subway.
Same thing. Pretty much. 8-5 though, 16 minutes in the game now. With 3K down, Get On My Level. MASHUBOIS have taken the lead. after the early game going in Get On My Level's favor.
Nice little lull here. Basically, teams waiting for everything to really respawn. Boys don't feel confident enough with a 3,600 gold lead to just go head on, apply directly to the Fire Giant, head on, apply directly to the Fire Giant. They want to make sure that they can look for another team fight, and I think it's going to be around that Gold Fury, which is coming up in a matter of moments.
I think a lot of that is just down to levels more than everybody else. Everybody's pretty about mid-game levels right now.
So basically, they're waiting to get on their level. Is that what's happening, Hindu Man? Is that what's happening, Hindu Man?
Get away from that was terrible. Gold Fury has respawned, however, and that is definitely going to be a bigger point of contention than the Fire Giant at this stage.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, the team's just a little bit more confident in their ability to go for that one with the lead so close. Only 17 here in this game, so definitely in this. You know, we were talking about different stages of the game, mid, early, and late, and mid-game seems to be a lot of waiting. There's a lot of this game of chicken.
Well, there's a game of the Cerberus is dead already before the fight even started, but his sacrifice is not in vain.
It's a zone.
Calculated.
It's a zone. Not even joking, it's a zone.
That was probably Cerberus going, hey, you know what, guys, I can live. Don't worry about me. Don't worry. Just keep going and going. I'm just baiting him. I'm dead, but don't worry. You got going worth.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. If one person dies in that scenario, yeah, that's absolutely worth it.
Can we point out that Cerberus has done nothing in this game, though? Just want to say, like,
well, that's
even though
something.
the team's doing great.
That's something.
What, dying? Yeah, left-hand side. People could be dying here as the Tier 1 tower's under pressure. As Toth and the boys have Get On My Level want to turn this into a Tier 1. They get the Tier 1, but the Paolo has been activated.
This has to be the turnaround for MASHUBOIS. Double un for I. And that's going to be Trips rolling up good on all red and greens.
I will look for these cooldowns, looking to put Shot on to make it once more. He's already on a triple kill. Can he find the Quadra in time? And now the Penta is available.
Take it.
Only one man left. And a Penta kill in Southeast Asia. Seoul.
Welcome to the Global Series. MASHUBOIS making Mashu meat. And to Get On My Level, front and center. Hot damn, that was good stuff.
And that turnaround is going to spell, well, not turnaround because it didn't mean anything. It was a great situation for MASHUBOIS to be in. Get On My Level, I like the call. Try and get the Tier 1 tower. They just stuck around too long, and this Dargy's going off. That's just all it is.
That was Get On My Level, just kind of front loading their game plan right there. We were talking about the similarities of our city. You ever have that one friend? You're like, all right, we're going out all night, and that one friend orders like way too many shots during hour one. That's what happened. Get On My Level comes out, and they go, I want 4 Long Islands, and they throw all their ultimates out. And MASHUBOIS just kind of sit and watch, and then Get On My Level fall on their face during the Cupid ultimate, and everybody gets cleaned up by I. Get On My Level needed to hold their stuff. Get On My Level wanted to get that Tier 1 and walk out, and MASHUBOIS had no plans of letting that happen.
Well, Maker did get himself a double kill there, but he was the casualty of war as the Quadra fell down for II there. Now with this, MASHUBOIS going to turn their attention to the right-hand side of the map. Pressure once again. Apex is in the world of hurt. That cheated. Oh my god! Get back here, Sunshine! You're going nowhere today! ICL is just having a great set for himself.
The Agni Dash was dangerous, but comes off in the clear.
Do you know what? I think Dargy's strong.
Yeah.
But there's nothing better than watching a Circuit die in my eyes. I'm watching a Circuit use that stupid ambush ability to escape and then get pulled back in like Scorpion. I'm happy with that.
I agree. Whenever I see that or the wheelish pull, watching it get yanked out of the sky,
Fire Giant.
Every player's happy.
Will now go the way of MASHUBOIS. Maker White is still trying to bomb from the left-hand side, looking for a Tier 2. But he's going to walk into a Cousin Bow. And the one noob will make sure that tower doesn't fall down as the Fire Giant now on all 5 members of MASHUBOIS. Only 20 minutes in the game.
He did sell the Transcendence, by the way.
I expected him to. He just kind of...
Yep.
I think he built it at the start thinking, all right, let's see how this goes. I think I can outplay Cupid. And then he was like, well, this ain't working out. I need to stay.
Yeah.
Too much burst.
Selling items is rough. You only get 1/3 of what you actually bought for it.
I actually still think it's a correct decision.
I completely believe that. It's interesting. I always used to argue against the selling of Old Doomorb because you get 1/3 of what you get of what you paid for, right? And in that conversation, you're just not going to be able to sell Doomorb to buy an item that has more power, right? that whole conversation is gone as Doom's a new item. My point is, I apologize, is that when you're selling a tier 1 item, it's not as bad. You can kind of recover, and that's what we're seeing from the Hunt.
Well, Mika needs to be careful on this left-hand side. 3 members grouped up, including the Agni, who's going to start raining bombs immediately. So Mika back behind his tier 2 now with a full wave coming in. Mika has to surrender that tower. He can't defend alone. The rest of his team busy trying to defend against a Kuzenbo in the mid lane.
Yeah, Kuzenbo and Daji showed up in mid and get on my level. Thought they had to defend there. But MASHUBOIS had the 3-stack on the left side and took the tier 2 tower easily, no problems.
I mean, the damage dealers, the ones that are going to shred towers on the left, that's where the focus should be. One noob getting invested on pretty heavily here for a second. The taunt connects with Cerberus alone, as Athena has already been half health, and now she's dead.
And there's the pillar. It's going to snatch one back, or rather get the beads. One noob takes it. It's a 5-on-4 so far. Big taunt coming out, but it's not going to be enough. As the tier 2 tower falls down, MASHUBOIS filtering into the Phoenix.
But now Mika has to ult defensively here, but nice up down out of him.
Good.
I thought that was going to be a mistake for him to go up, but it will get him out of the danger. One noob, though, still trying to bring Top back to the fight. He didn't want to be there whatsoever. Bombs down again from Rampage will force Apex back, as the Phoenix in mid has already fallen.
Well, now here comes Thoth, the anti-seizure, and he'll shove MASHUBOIS out for the moment. I want to give a shout out to Apex. Noob got on top of the Thoth, and Apex used the ult to save that mid laner. And if Thoth is dead, that's a Phoenix.
Blink from Apex, and in response, he
the
going up. Apex did most of the work there, and it was actually Rampage that secures the kill. That could actually spell game now.
Yeah, that was a beautiful, beautiful selection by Agni. Just nailed the stun. And that's what I'm talking about the execution. A lot of the success that MASHUBOIS have had over the course of not just this game, but also game number 1, has been oh, can you nail this? You got it. Great taunt, stun, whatever, and they've been able to capitalize off of it.
And that was a tank that just fell down. Get on my level 4. Get on my level is no longer on anyone's level. He's in the fountain. The Phoenix falls for the second one.
He's laying down
of the game. Laying on the level. On the level.
He's level.
There you go. Titan will fall, and MASHUBOIS will be the first victors in week 1 of Southeast Asia. They will move on, and we'll see if Get On My Level can come back next week and find the win.
I'm going to have a lot of practice, I think. MASHUBOIS looked convincing here in the SGS.
Biggest thing for me from there is definitely communication of Get On My Level.
Oh, yeah.
They've got to work on that a little bit more. A lot of situations there where you're like, if the team's on the same page, different story. We mentioned it ourselves.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I keep saying it. Execution, execution, execution. Everything I saw to MASHUBOIS was just... It looked like a kitchen. A fine line chef. Taunt into this, into that, get the kill. Across the way, Get On My Level, just couldn't hold up.
Well, here's a little look at the brackets for you all at home as well. There's the quarterfinals, the semis, and obviously we just watched MASHUBOIS winning the finals against Get On My Level. The rest of the teams will come back next week, and that's the big talking point here now. I mean, not bad though. SMITE Global Series going well so far. We've seen a pentakill on the first week, is not too bad. Nice little 1-2. A Dodgy getting it though.
Yeah.
You surprised by that?
Not so much.
If you said Dodgy's gonna get a pentakill unless you're like, I can see it.
Yeah, she's not a, like, when I look at characters like Kali or Thanatos, those are waterfall characters. You get rewarded for getting a kill, and then you continue to waterfall your way through the team fight. Daji doesn't have any mechanic that naturally gives her that prowess, but being able to just, I'm on you and I kill you, and then she is so mobile that I think that allows her to really get that pentakill.
Well, we've still got some SMITE Global Series to come tomorrow. That's it for today. Latin America North and South will be on tomorrow. And don't forget, this weekend, we're going to have 2 times everything, I believe, in terms of worshippers and favor and such. If you're on console, 3 times.
3 times, yep. A lot of fun.
That's it from me and F-Dot. We're going to go off and talk about some more junk skins. We'll see you again next week.
Sleeping back to